Hello and welcome, Math 2414 Calculus 2 students to the Fall 2022 semester. My name is Robert DiGiovanni. I'm the instructor for this course. This orientation video serves the purpose of explaining, in some detail how the course is laid out, what the expectations are. And so hopefully after this video, you won't have too many questions, but please reach out to me if you have, any concerns or questions about how things are going to go here. I will provide my cell phone number here in just a little bit for you to reach out. So let me start by first saying that if you've taken another online math course prior to this, or even if you took me for Cal 1, it's important to understand that some things are going to be different here than maybe what you've experienced in the past in other classes. And then again, if you took my Cal 1, I've made some changes for this semester. So please pay attention. Make sure you watch this entire video. And that way you're not asking me something later that I answered here. So, okay, I'm going to stop sharing my video. There's really no need to look at me during this. It's important just to follow the, on-screen selections I'm making. So let's get down to it. All right, so we are looking at what is called ACES. When you log into Northwest Vista College, you log into ACES. I'm assuming everyone here can get to this, where you can select your courses. And we're going to select 2414. Section 15, that's the Internet Cal 2 class. And we are going to be taken to our home screen in this system, which is called Canvas. So this is the Canvas system. And first things first, this is not exactly what your screen is going to look like, but it is important to notice that on the left-hand side is our inbox or your inbox. This is where all official communication needs to take place between myself and you. So if you want to send me an email, you're going to go here, compose the email. I'm not going to go through that, but assume you can figure that out. If I want to send something to you, it should show up in your inbox over here. Do not try and communicate with me through any other email system. This is our official means of communication. Okay, so let me go back to our course and let me switch it to student view. So it looks like what it will look like for you. Okay, so I'm going to go through all of this, but before I even begin, I just want to show you just kind of a very generic kind of layout of the way the course works. Okay, I'm going to provide you a calendar, okay, a schedule, here it is, and it's going to have a list of, when it comes up here, this thing always takes forever. I'm going to download it. I recommend you download it as well and print it out. What this is a list of the topics we're covering or what assignments are coming up, when they're due, and then here's a little like a chart where you can just check off things as you do them. Okay, so it's kind of like a checklist. So as you can see, the first thing that you're going to do is a homework syllabus confirmation, then a getting started with web-assigned calculus, and then you're going to upload a sample PDF. I'll explain all this in a minute. But then we get to the actual work. So we're going to start chapter 3, section 5 in this course. Then we'll go to 3.6, then 4.7, and then move on through all the topics for the course. So based on this calendar, here's the way things are going to go. You're basically going to look at that calendar. You're going to figure out what chapter and section you want to learn. You're going to watch a, sorry, this is actually not right. I need to adjust that. Let me pause. Okay, I switched that over. Sorry about that. You're going to look at the topic in the schedule. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go watch a lecture video, okay, of me teaching that topic. After you do that, you're going to go to a homework system called WebAssign. You're going to do homework problems. Now, while you're doing the homework problems, if you need any help, I've got videos of me working out homework problems similar to the ones that you have for homework here. You can also visit me in my office hours. You can call me. You can text me. There's all sorts of different resources to get help with your homework. And then once you've done the homework, and this is the big change for those of you who've had me before, while you're doing your homework, you need to be like writing down math, right? This is not going to be done in your head. You're going to be paper and pencil writing things down. So I want you to then upload your handwritten work for each homework assignment. And then what you'll do is you'll just go back and start over, go to the next section, work through this, next section. And then at some point, there will be some exams that you take online, and then there's going to be exams that we take over the Zoom. But this is the generic idea, right? Look at the topic, watch a video, try the homework, go get more resources to help you with the homework, upload your work, rinse and repeat, right? Okay, so I just wanted to show that to you. Don't save that. Oh my gosh, come on. All right, so I'm going to close this schedule out. All right, so here is our home page. Here's our home page for the course. I'll explain why there is a picture of me sitting here in the beginning, but let's go ahead and talk about the thing that you're going to be using the most, which is this thing called modules. All right, so you're going to go to modules. We already know the schedule and checklist is something you'll print out. The modules is where you're going to navigate through the course. So there's a couple of different sections here. The first section is called course links and materials. So the videos that you need to watch are located here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. It'll take you to my YouTube channel. And it's going to list out all the different sections. So what you need to pay attention to, ignore the TR 3 p.m. Just this is what's most important. 3.5 inverse trig functions. That was that first section that you're supposed to do, right? So you're going to click on this video. There's probably going to be ads. Unfortunately, YouTube used to not have ads on educational videos, but now they do. So this is me years ago teaching Cal 2 in a face-to-face environment. And so you're just going to watch this as if you were there in that classroom. You're going to watch me work through examples, and you're going to learn the ideas, the concepts of the section. Right? It's an hour 43-minute video, so you're going to need to sit there and be patient and take notes and learn. Okay, so you go through back to this here. So this is where all the videos are. Okay, and then your homework solution videos. You click on that. That's again back to my YouTube channel, different playlist. And this is me working through homework problems similar to the problems that you're going to be working on online. But the first video is just a screen capture of me doing some problems. The rest of them are me standing in a room doing problems. And some of these solutions take me an hour, some take me 2 hours, some take me 3 hours. It just depends on the section. But this is all the homework solutions for everything. Well, 90% of the problems that you're going to be asked to do, I'm going to have a video for. There are going to be some problems that I don't do, which are going to make you have to kind of try and figure them out, which is good. All right, so again, course links and materials, those are two major links for you, the videos for the class. Then you have the links to get to where you do your homework. So right here, if you click on this, it's going to probably ask you to register. If you've never registered on WebAssign, just set up an account, just make sure you use your name, the same name that you use for that would be on the roster. And then you can also get to an ebook. I'm going to take you to this later. I just want to show you those are the links. And then the notes, all the lectures that I do, you go back and look at the lectures, I'm basically working through some notes that I've pre-made for the class. And let me see if I can bring up some notes here. Yeah, see this, these are the notes, and then I'm working problems down here. The notes that I'm working on in these lectures are available to you right here. If you click on notes, it's going to take you to this. Hold on, should take you here. Yeah, here are all the notes for the different sections. These are all PDF files. Okay, so that's that. Go back. All right, so that's all the administrative stuff, course links and materials. That's all administrative. Then we get to the modules. So the first module is going to take you all the way up through the first exam. So the way this works is you'll click here, that will take you to WebAssign to do the first assignment. You click here, it'll take you to WebAssign to do the second assignment. Then you have this sample single PDF upload. Okay, so I already told you that when you're doing your homework, you need to be writing down your work. And so this assignment here is an opportunity for you to actually try to do that for the first time. So just take a couple of pieces of paper, write, maybe 3 pieces of paper, write, 1, 2, 3 on them, and see if you can't combine those 3 pictures that you take with your phone into a single PDF file and upload it to me. I will only accept single files, and they have to be PDFs throughout the entire semester. So this is your opportunity to make sure you know how to do it. So you'll do that, sample for me. And then if there's any issues, we can work those kinks out before you actually have to do it for real, which happens a little bit later. So now we get to the work. You click this, that will take you to the homework. So you're going to want to watch the video for this first. Videos, remember, we're up here. So you watch the video, then you come do the homework here. Then you watch the next video for 3-6, do the homework here. Then both of these sections together, you will upload those together. All the handwritten work, just upload them together. I don't care. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be super organized as long as all the material's there. And see, you can see all these assignments are due on the same day, but August 28th, right? So just as long as you get all this to me by the 28th, we're all good. And then you move on to the next section, then upload the work. That's the next week. And then it continues. Section, upload the work, and then you have an exam. Okay, your first at-home exam. And when you take that exam at home, you're going to do it on a computer. You're going to upload, you're going to put in your answers, and you're going to upload your handwritten work. The whole idea is that whatever answers you're putting into WebAssign, you should have handwritten work that supports your answers. Okay, so just getting correct answers on WebAssign without any work does not, well, it's going to hurt you, as you'll see when we talk about the grades. So that's your first module, gets you through the first exam. And then you work the next section, 6.2, upload the work, 6.3, upload the work, 5.3, 6.6, upload the work, and then so on and so forth. Then you have your exam 2, which is going to be on Zoom. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And then you move on to the next module, and then the last module. So that's kind of the way things are laid out. And as you were working through these, you could also be using that schedule that we downloaded. And this is where you can come through, like, for example, 3.5, you can watch the video. Actually, I need to change this. I need to change this. Let me change it right now. That way this video is accurate. Okay, I went ahead and fixed the document. So like I was saying, when you're going through those modules, you can always have this on the side here. So you can go, like, for 3.5, okay, you watch the lecture video, just check it off. Okay, did you put your answers into WebAssign when you were doing your homework? Yes. Did you upload your work as a single PDF? Yes. And then you do that for each section. There are certain things that are grayed out. Like, for example, when you do the at-home exam, there's no video for it, but you are going to put your answers in the computer, and then you're also going to upload your work. So, you know, I think this is pretty self-explanatory, but just use this as you're working through those modules, and we'll get through the course, right? So that's the gist of it. I mean, I'm trying to keep this simple. We've got our modules, you got your checklist, you had a ton of videos to watch, files and formula sheets. Let's go to that. So for Cal 2, there are a ton of formulas that I allow you to have on your exams. So if you go down here to formula sheets, you can bring to exam 2 and 4. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different files. You can open each of these and print out each of these. I forget how many pages this is, but there's at least 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think this is 10 pages of formulas. You can have those on your exams 2 and 4, and you can have them, you know, when you're at home doing any assignments. But the exam 2 and 4 that you do on Zoom, you have to have these printed out. So it's your responsibility to have these hard copy with you for the test. So the link to get to those, again, is on that homepage right there, files and formula sheets. Okay, now below this, I have more lecture videos, older videos. So, you know, I already gave you the link in the modules to go watch videos, but I do have others. If, I don't know, maybe you just want to see how I did that topic on a different semester. Sometimes when I do things, I just you know, I explain things a different way. So let's see, if I go here to Trig Sub, here in this class, I was using, instead of standing up and doing a video in front of the class, I was just working off of like a tablet where I was writing and copying everything down. So just be aware that you have, again, more resources here for you. These are all optional. Okay, so that is our main homepage. The next link is grades, so your grades will appear here. The course syllabus, let's talk about that. So this is kind of the very dry part of the video, the drier part, I should say, but it's important that we go through this. So let's start out with our meetings. So obviously this is an online course, but there are 2 days that you must show up and you must take exams 2 and 4. So exam 2 is scheduled for Friday, October 21st. There's 2 time slots you can come to. You can come to a 9 a.m. Test, or you can come to the 6 p.m. You have to show up at 9 a.m. or 6 p.m. to take that test. And then exam 4, there's two times for that on this Friday, December 9th. Okay, so for those exams, you're just going to show up to whichever one you want. You'll be using Zoom, which I'm assuming everyone here knows how to use Zoom. I will send out all the meeting information before the exam starts. So I'll be sending you all the instructions for that exam. I'll be sending you a review for that exam. So there's more information to come later. Just know right now that you need to be able to attend these. If you miss that exam, you're going to get a 0, and that's going to cost you a lot of points, as you'll see when I talk about the grades here in a minute. If you have any conflicts with that, you know you're not going to be able to make these, you have to ask for permission to reschedule it, and you must give me 14-day notice. That way I can work with, testing center or whatever I need to do to be able to accommodate you. All right, so next part is just about me and communicating with me. This is my cell phone number if you need to get in touch with me. If you have any questions, please reach out. And all I ask is that if you're going to text me, on your first text, let me know who you are, what class you're in, and then however, whatever help you need. The thing that works the best is that if you have a question on something you're working on, take a picture of the problem, then take a picture of any work that you've done, and then send that to me through a text. If you say, hey, I need help with, homework, the homework for 3.5, number 7, if I'm at HEB or something, and I'm going to have to go look up the problem, and it's much easier if you just send me as much information as you can before you ask the question. All right, so please reach out anytime if you need help, all right? Also, I'm available during office hours. These are the hours that I'm available to all of my students for all of my classes. I have both office hours that are on campus face-to-face, and I also have some Zoom office hours. So if you look through these, it'll say Zoom next to them if they're on Zoom, and it'll say what my office is, where you can find me if it's face-to-face. Now, if you're going to do the Zoom office hours, here's the link to those office hours, and you do need a password. It's right here. And just show up, okay? All right, now, as far as materials for the class, you don't need to go buy anything, but your access to the online homework system and the electronic book are all provided, well, it was paid for in your tuition. However, we are basing this course on a book. So if you're one of those people who really wants to have a hard copy of the book, that's the book, all right? You don't need to go buy it, but you can. And then in terms of calculators, I do have some restrictions on calculators. You can't have a calculator with a computer algebra system. So if you're not sure what that is, just reach out to me, talk to me about it. If you have a computer algebra system calculator and you're like, oh man, I don't want to have to go buy another one, please reach out to me. We do have calculators on campus that you can check out. All right, moving on, description of the course. I'll let you read through all this. The main thing is you need to have passed Cal 1 with a grade of C or better. I would say if you're coming out of Cal 1 with a C, Cal 2 is probably going to be a struggle, all right? Really, you need to come out of Cal 1 with an A or a B to be successful in Cal 2, but it's not to say you can't be. It's just the odds of being successful in Cal 2, if you came in with a C, are much lower than if you came in as a strong Cal 1 student. So I'm just saying that because this course is much more difficult than Cal 1. All right, so these are the objectives. Standard grading scale, A, B, C, D, and F. I will round up, so 89.5 will be an A, all right? But what you're most interested in are the breakdown of the grades. So like I said earlier, you're going to be putting answers in for all your homework assignments in that system WebAssign. I will show you that in a minute. That's 6% of your overall grade, so not much. The handwritten work that you turn in with those homework assignments, that's worth 10%. So if all you do is just give me correct answers on WebAssign and never turn any handwritten homework with it, then that's going to cost you an entire letter grade, right? So do the handwritten work. I want to see you doing math on paper. Then you're going to have the at-home exam that you do on your own time. I'll talk about this exam a little bit more. It's timed. There's password, blah, blah, blah. You must include your handwritten work for this. That's 12% of your grade. So is exam 3, 12% done at home. Exams 2 and 4, the ones you're going to do live on Zoom, those also have handwritten work to be turned in. They're each 30% of your grade. Those are huge exams. These are the make or break you exams. So it's going to be important that you're successful on those too. Now, I've already talked about how the course is designed, but here it is in the syllabus kind of laying out what I expect. You're going to go through the modules. You're going to watch a bunch of videos. You're going to attempt problems in WebAssign. The web assigned homework assignments are not timed, and you get multiple tries at each problem. So it's really about practice. If you struggle with the homework, you can watch my homework solution videos. You can reach out for office hours, or you can do, text me, whatever. After you complete a homework, you move on to the next section. You must complete the homework by the due date, but you can work ahead of the schedule. So you can get ahead. You can take exam 1 and 3 ahead, but you can't take exam 2 or 4 early. Okay, those, unless you've worked out an accommodation. You pretty much everyone's going to take exam 2 and 4 together. Okay, so on exams 1 and 3, you'll do these on your computer at home. They're timed, so once you open them, the clock starts. And so that's why I put a password on them so you don't accidentally open them. Because once you open it, that's it. Clock starts. Once time's up, whatever you've done is what you've done. So on those exams, you'll get 2 attempts at each problem. So if you get it wrong the first time, okay, get it wrong the second time, that's when it'll really count against you. But remember, you're turning in handwritten work. And the whole idea behind that is I can give you partial credit if perhaps you got it wrong because you made a small mistake. All right, exams 2 and 4, these are those Zoom exams. I'm going to talk more in detail about these in just a second. But again, you will be doing handwritten work for those exams and uploading all of that work as a single PDF. Homework, I've already discussed. You're going to do it on WebAssign. You have to upload your work. Okay. I need to see work that supports your answers. Okay, exams 2 and 4. This is me basically going through like how the exam is going to work. So I'm not going to read through all of this. What I want to do is go back to our homepage because there's something really important about how this is going to go. You see this picture I have of myself here. The reason I have this picture here is because when you do these Zoom exams, these 2 exams, what you're going to do is you're going to join the Zoom meeting. And once everyone's there, I'm going to email everybody that's there the test. At that point, I'm going to give you some time to either print the test on your home printer. If you don't have a printer, you're going to have to hand copy all of the problems. And then once you've printed or hand wrote the problems or have written the problems down, what you're going to do is you're going to get your camera set up. And I recommend using your cell phone, logging into Zoom on your cell phone, setting up your camera so I can see your entire workspace. So you notice the view of this picture. You can see me, you can see everything around me. You can see, obviously, I don't have anything in front of me that I would use for cheating. Now, I will have to close my, my laptop, okay? But you can see the only things on my desk are going to be these pieces of paper. So once you've printed or hand copied the problems, what you're going to do, get your camera set up, you're going to show me all of the pages in front of you. You're going to show the camera all of the pages, front and back. And then you're going to sit here and paper and pencil, take the test on camera. And then once you're done, you're going to show all the pages again to the camera. And then you're going to take pictures of your work, condense it down to a single PDF and upload that to me. Okay, so that's pretty much the layout of the way exam 2 and 4 are going to work. There's no deviation from this. If your camera's not set up properly, then you can't take the test. All right, and there will be no exceptions. So it's going to be important when we get in there for exam 2 that you follow the instructions here. All right, let me get back to the syllabus. Exam 2 and 4. Okay, yeah. So this again goes through how you have to set up your camera, that I'm going to be recording everything. You're going to handwrite all your answers. It's your responsibility to make sure that when you send me your work, that you send me all of your pages. Like before you send me that file, you need to open it up and take a look at it yourself. And what I'm looking for is first of all, complete work, and then it needs to be neat, legible, in order. So I wanted to show you an example. Okay, I've got 2 examples to show you here. I've got a student who sent me their work, and they were allowed to use a formula sheet that they created. So here's their formula sheet, and then here's their problems in their work. And just notice how legible this is, how nice and clean. Now, I'm not asking you to be like this neat and this legible, but there's no question as to what's going on here. Compare that to this. Okay, here's a student who turned in something. I can't read, everything's blurry. This page is upside down and so blurry I can't even read it. This page is upside down, there's scribble. Things are out of order. This is slightly legible, but not good enough. Okay, not good enough. So it's your responsibility to make sure that what you send me, I can read and it's legible and all that. All right. Then I will hand grade those tests. So you will get on exams 2 and 4, you will get partial credit. Okay, but you need to have like logical steps and it needs to make sense, right? You can't have correct answers with no steps, like no work. Okay, well, there's certain things you can do in your head, but for Cal 2, a majority of the course, you have to do the work. And then, okay, there's more information here about how to succeed on exams 2 and 4. I will be sending you a review. Okay, I will send you a review for both exams 2 and 4. I don't send reviews for exams 1 and 3, but for 2 and 4, I do. I don't for 1 and 3 because you're going to do that at home anyway, and you're going to have all your notes there, and I think you'll do fine, with all the resources you have. But for 2 and 4, because it's just going to be you and your formula sheets, I will give you a review. It's very important that you understand how to work through those review problems. If you can't do the review without looking at a bunch of other stuff, then you're not ready for those tests. So I will send those reviews out usually about a week before those exams. Okay, the rest of this talks about like if you miss a deadline for turning in homework, there's a way that you can get an extension. There's a small penalty, but you can at least get an extension. Exams 1 and 3, you can ask for an extension from me. Exams 2 and 4, there are no extensions unless we've worked it out prior to, you gave me 14-day notice and we work something out. And then the rest of this, there's tutoring. This will take you to the math tutoring lab. There is an open lab that you can go get tutoring in. So if you want information about that, you can go here. Well, let's just see how long. I think where's their hours? Interesting. I don't see their hours. Am I missing something here? I'm going to tell them this needs to be updated. But anyway, there will be tutoring available here. I'll have them update this. Okay. And then the rest of this I'll let you read. And here's our schedule. Just I would ignore this. I have to have it in the syllabus. So, and then there's a bunch of stuff from the college that has to be in here. So, all right. Now let's see. Where do we go now? Modules, files. This is modules we already talked about. Files. This is where another way you can get to everything, your schedule and the notes and all that, formula sheets. Discussions, that's a discussion board. If you want to get together with classmates and have a discussion about something, or get me on a discussion about something, we can go here. People is a link if you want to email classmates. Let's see. I think we got a pretty full class here. These are all the students in the class. Okay. So yeah. And then there's an online tutoring system that's a third-party system that every student in the college gets 300 free minutes of tutoring. So, 5 hours? And I don't really know how good this is, but just know it's there. It's 24 hours a day. So, and then the student survey is for the end of the semester for you to get feedback about the class. All right, so what's going to happen? You're going to get in here and notice when you go to the homepage on the right side, it shows a list of what things are coming up. So like the first thing you want to do is the homework syllabus confirmation. So what I would do first thing, come into modules, and I would go and click on this Math 24, 14, section 15. Click on that and it should take you to WebAssign, which if this is your first time in, if it's first time, it's probably going to ask you to create an account. If you've been here before, then you're just going to log in. I'm going to go ahead and log in. Now I'm an instructor, so it's going to look, okay, yeah, it doesn't like that because I'm in a student view. Leave student view. Okay, let me do this again. Should let me in this time. So again, when you come in here first time, hopefully things will work seamlessly. We'll see. But you'll either create an account, or if you already have one, you'll just log in with your same credentials. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to student view, just so you can kind of see what this looks like. And I have to show you a sample course because our course hasn't started yet. So this is not exactly what yours is going to look like, but the layout's going to be the same. So you'll have your assignments listed here. And then if there's a password or if the assignment's timed, then it'll say that. And then you have, you just click on these to do the assignment. I'll show you one of those in a minute. And then over here, we have the ebook. So if you want to click on this, you can actually get to the book. If you wanted to like read something out of here, read for yourself, the definitions, whatever, you can just go into the ebook here. Also, I should mention that in here, in the ebook, there are also exercises, and those videos that I do on, that I have recorded for the class, all of those videos are from problems directly out of the book. So like if I'm doing on my video, let me show you this, what I mean here. So on my homework solution videos, let's say I'm here in 5.5, these damn ads. We need to go to a different system for this, but okay, so 5.5 substitution, number 1. So what I'm doing here, if I go to the ebook, where's the darn ebook? Here we go. If I go to 5.5, need to go to chapter 5. Close it here. It's a little weird. Chapter 5. If I go to 5.5 exercises, right there. If I look at number 1, that's number 1 right here. And so that's what I'm doing on this video. Now, that is not what, where's the video? Where's the video? Where's the video? Okay, yeah, that's the problem that I'm doing on video. So the ebook is really good for cross-referencing, problems from my videos. I want to get back to your assignments. So if you go to your assignments, here are your assignments. Let me go to the 5.5 homework just so you can see it. Okay, so notice here's the first problem. Now, that looks very similar to the problem that I was just doing, number 1. But it's important to notice that, or to note that number 1 here does not mean number 1 in that ebook. What you have to do is look at this last number here. This means this is number 1 out of the ebook. This is number 2 out of the ebook. This is number 3 out of the ebook. This is number 11 out of the ebook. So it's the 4th problem for you, but it would be the 11th problem, number 11 on the videos that I do. So you have to do a little cross-referencing here, but 90% of the problems that I ask you to do here, I'm going to have a video for. You're just going to need to go kind of find it, right? So there'll be a little work you have to do, but I don't think it's too much to ask since I'm providing you an entire video solution library. Okay, so you work through the problems here. And when you go to put an answer in, a little palette will pop up and you can put in fractions and roots and things like that. Now, while you're working through these, when you're working through these, there's a button here that says ask your teacher, okay? Do not use this button, all right? If you have a question, take a picture of the problem and either email me your question or text me your question, all right? Because the problem with this ask your teacher is it's a passive system. So in order for me to know if someone has a question, I have to go looking for it. So it's better if you just take a picture and send me a question, because then I'll know real time. So do not use the ask teacher button. Also, do not use the communication, because the communication that we always use Canvas inbox to communicate. So please ignore the communication here. All right, so that's let me go, I went too far. Yeah, okay, so that's pretty much the way this is going to look for you. And that's where you'll do your work. Just remember, you have to do handwritten work while you're doing those problems. All right, let me see if there's anything else I want to discuss here. I don't think I have anything else for now. I think I've covered most of what I wanted to cover. Yeah, okay, so I am definitely, let's see if I can bring my video back up here. Okay, I'm definitely looking forward to a good semester. Historically, the students who do well in the online Cal 2 are the students who come and ask for help, right? If I never hear from you, and then you never ask for help and you're struggling, it's probably not going to go good for you. So please, it's an online course, but please reach out for help, or go to the tutoring lab, just get help somewhere. I encourage you to try and form groups studying outside, go make your own Zoom meetings with your classmates, whatever it takes, okay? Just, it's going to require effort. Cal 2 is not easy, but if you work hard, you'll be okay. All right, well, if you have any questions, you've got my contact information. Again, I look forward to a good semester. I will see you later.